happen. Like, let the 4-hour create, let it linger around that moment, and then let it dump, because it's exactly what's gonna happen.
Amazing hot tub. Yeah, I had to bring my computer outside. I have to have coffee because it's a little cold out. Still early in the morning, but yeah. The background behind me is just pre-recorded green screened on. I'm actually outside. It's, like I said, it's cold.
Are you sure about that?
Like Wyckoff was trading in like in 1890s. Like Wyckoff theory has been there for over 130 years. It's just for some reason everybody all of a sudden is just popularizing some 130-year-old thing that's been going on. It's really weird. It's how far back the day trading industry is that something that was created 130 years ago, people are now just being like, oh my god, this is crazy, look how good Wyckoff is. It's like, yeah, maybe in like 1920s it was good. When it was like 20 years old it was good, or even when it was 30 years old it was good. It's no longer relevant 130 years later. I don't see why everybody's so popped off about Wyckoff theory. It's such a basic concept too. It's not a bad concept, it's a great concept. It's one of the founding pieces, like I said, that have helped build day trading. But again, it's 130 years old. It's a basic theory from 130 years ago. Like, this is dinosaur times, man. This is when, you know, fossils were being fossilized. Champagne in front of you, still drinking coffee. You gotta rotate, man. You gotta have levels in life, man. You can't just coffee only. If you're in a hot tub, you know, live the experience, man. If you're not gonna drink wine, coffee, aromarate yourself with rose petals, if you're not gonna live if you're not gonna engage in what you're actually doing, why do it, man? The takeaway from that is that I'm the level holding it up, dude. It's me, not the actual chart. It's my badass hot tub that'll support anything in these markets. Changing the way day trading is done one hot tub at a time. What do we see with the Bitcoin chart? I mean, so I trade 100x, so I don't take spots unless they're premium entry. Like yesterday's spot was as a short at yesterday's short was like 7:56 in the morning. So yesterday's short existed right here. Exit of the short and the re-entry exists here, and you just simply be in a trade. It looks like you're moving up right now, but I mean, I won't take this trade because I'm a derivatives trader, so I would either be in here, like be in from the level where the level actually gets tested. Like I would be in this trade from here and still be in the trade looking for different trigger points to release my trade as in terms of exit pre-failure. But you know, to justify an entry right now, I can't do that as a contract trader. It's just late entry. So where is it going? Well, it's trying to develop its move back up, right? It's hit its level. It could be moving down still, but for now, you know, we've simply hit our level, and that's it. You've simply hit your level that's trying to prop the move up, and you know, you're laddering on both sides. You're just in a Pandora's box. So, you know, there's going to be a moment that comes in the trade, but you know, you can't really justify a long right now because you would be in a long from here, seeing if the move breaks. Go to the S&P 500 and just tell people, yeah, just hold. Coronavirus is gonna hit. Just hold. Don't buy 2 candle valleys. That's nonsense. Where is it? The weekly valley, untested weekly valley. Just hold. Don't buy these, you know, valleys on the chart. Just hold. You'll recover your money. You bought in at 3,000. Don't worry. It'll be at 4,000 in a few years. Yeah, dude. Just hold, man. Fucking brain dead. It's called inflation. Of course, it's going up. It's not day trading. That's investing, man. That's another, you know, big mistake people make. They just hold. That's not day trading. You're not a day trader, you're an investor. So if you believe in some kind of fundamental analysis value, which doesn't even matter anyways at the end because it's all controlled on the charts through technicals, if you want to justify that, oh yeah, just hold, dude. So if you were to justify any types of buys here, this is where you would do it. You would be in the greedier parts of this range. You would, even this is like kind of high, but at least if you're Michael Saylor or whoever, Michael Taylor or Bonkers Saylor, whatever F his name is, why would you buy at 35k? This is like ABC stuff, man. The trend already bounced. If it breaks this, it's going to crush the range. You're just going to be down here in the greedier parts of the move. And this is just like 2-minute TA. We're not even really doing anything that makes sense here. Like, you can further refine this and really look for those points. But why would you Why would you buy a 35K if that's... You're like buying into trend dump. And the trend is the entire range. So you're just going to go back test that range to see if the trend can hold longer time frame. Because actually this can still be a trend in the future. So imagine this. You're in a meeting and you're like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Pull up the Bitcoin chart. Hold on. I'm seeing something. It's coming to me. Yeah. 2 minutes. Yeah, it's about to happen. We're going to buy soon. The crystal ball is telling me. Hold on. Bye. You could literally be that person in front of billionaires because you have a Bitcoin chart up and you're talking about buying Matic. And you could be like the biggest fucking memer in the world. And you would be right. So this is like usable like information, data that you can actually like use at a hedge fund. That's how sick it is. It's not even a troll. You know what I mean? You don't even need to look at altcoin charts. You should just go into a meeting one day and just do that, dude. Seriously. Like just rub your temples and saying it's coming to me. I'm seeing it. Bring a pack of tarot cards with you, man. That's the ultimate. That's what I would do. I'd bring my tarot cards into the meeting and I would start flipping tarot cards over on the table. And then as soon as Bitcoin started to move down, I'd be like, wait a second. And I would turn one of them sideways and then I'd pull the next card. I'm like, oh, it's the devil. This is it. We just pulled the devil card. Hold on, it's upside down. Go. What's the lowest risk I can assess right now? Your mom. I'm just kidding, dude. Completely kidding. I don't know, man. I'm still working through my list. I'm just kidding. That one's high risk. No. Okay, I'm kidding. Okay, I'll stop. Sorry, bad dad jokes. Let's move on. I secretly love you. Don't worry, dude. It's like, come here for the charts. Get insulted. Welcome to my stream. All these like order book traders who are getting in later, all these MACD, RSI, fib traders, this is like, you guys have no, this is like fodder. This is like sheep for tigers, right? There's a field of sheep and there's one tiger that hasn't eaten, and this tiger is jacked out of his mind. He's got muscles popped out, veins, he's ripped, he's juiced out. Like he's crazy, man. He's like, this is like a crazy natural tiger who's a born killer, and there's just like all these sheep. And it's like, not only do you have sheep, but you put a fence around the sheep, and then you put the tiger in the cage, and then you start like putting caramel syrup on the sheep's skin, and it's just like that tiger is just so, he's just so ready. He's there. He's like literally foaming at the mouth, ready to just eat all the sheep. That's how you have to see it. Like that's the sheep are the RSI, are MACD, RSI, convergence, divergence, revergence, revengeance, all this crap. Order book traders, indicator traders, volume traders, VWAP. Unless you're doing this on massive leverage, you're just one of the sheep with caramel on your back. That's it. And then there's sharks. They want nothing more than to just have constant sheeps fed to them. They're such a crazy tiger that they just look at you, and then you install a fence where you just constantly funnel the sheep in. So they're not only just juiced out of their mind, sheep caramel back skinned, but then there's a fence around the sheep, and then somebody builds a pathway for more sheep to come, and then they start breeding sheep by making more indicators. That's what it is. So trust me when I tell you guys, like, traders like me want nothing more in the world. I'm just honest about it. People like me want nothing more in the world for people like you to use indicators, to use all this crap that doesn't make sense. Because the reality is, if you can't have the data points and you don't understand the science that's happening between the charts to have this moment to this, and all we did was mark a trend. This trend has been there forever. Don't say I marked this trend today. I've had it for months. Don't say 64.6. The top wasn't catchable. I talked about that for months. And this is just the valley that protects the move. That's just two candles. Like, this is such an ABC trade for a good trader. It's not even funny. So if you want to go and do VWAP and MACD and all that shit, let me give you the caramel sauce. I'll give you the kind that we prefer. And then you can just like load it up yourself. And I don't even have to worry about what kind of caramel sauce. I'll eat any kind of caramel sauce. Caramel's like the shit, man. Caramel's awesome. KLA. I bought NKLA down at like $10 and $10.40, I believe it was, or $10.30, something like that. Whatever's down in here. And this I'm holding to see a higher target. This is about as deep as I get into like what could even be considered not day trading. And I'm just holding this stuff because I have a different, like NKLA, I'll hold to $25 if it goes there in a day, or if it goes there in 3 months. It's just kind of my target on NKLA. And that's it. It's just like $25 is my target, and that's it. If it breaks down, I'll just sell and take my 0%, or like you lose this trend and I'll just take my 20 or 30% on it, and that's it.
Bogdanov.
Yes, but
He went all in. dump it.